When you guys are able to get a win like this over a team that's, top of the league, what kind of confidence does that build? But also, more importantly, what does that say about this group?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Schmaltz said some things. They're stingy. They don't give up much. You got to play a patient game out there. But obviously, they're a great hockey team, and they have been the last couple of years. So to be able to, get that win, kind of have that confidence as a team going forward, yeah.
What was the energy you felt in those final minutes from your group, just in terms of the confidence, but also being calm as well?
Yeah, I think everyone, didn't panic too much, whether the guys were out there tired. Everyone on the bench kind of, no one was screaming, shouting. Everyone was pretty comfortable with the situation. So, we learned from that and go forward.
When it comes to just being stingy, you guys only allowed a power play goal against. What went into that defensive effort by your group?
Yeah, well, first of all, Veggie's been unbelievable for us here down the stretch. So you got to give him credit when credit's due. And then, besides that, it's a full team effort out there. I think, guys blocking shots, sacrificing themselves, back checking, just playing the right way, and, you get rewarded for it.
2 Central Division points against a team ahead of you in the standings. What's the significance of getting those points?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, obviously, they're in our division, and the playoff rate is so tight right now, as everyone knows. But, kind of every game here going forward is going to be like that, whether, they're in our division or not. So, I think we know going into the games.
Was this game a sign of maturity that has happened over the course of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think, maybe early in the season, we were, blew some leads there. We weren't as comfortable as we were under pressure, but just, hopefully coming together as a team here, and, we're going to need some more wins here down the stretch too.
What way do you think the team has improved the most over the last, when you guys have been here at home in this homestand?
Yeah, I think, just being comfortable in those uncomfortable situations. Less panic, more poise. Just being able to rely on each other, in those tough situations, in those high-pressure moments.
What kind of a statement was that win for your team?
Yeah, that was awesome. Talked about stringing together wins, especially on home ice, and I thought those last 2 games on home ice were some of our best of the year. I think just the way we competed, no matter what the score is, if they get one, whatever, we come back and we respond, and played hard right till the end, so huge win.
Can you walk us through the mentality of those last 5 minutes in terms of maintaining the lead and obviously staying up and on speed?
Yeah, I think just trying to limit their time and space. They got a lot of good players over there, so just pressure them, try to make them make plays under pressure, and obviously Veggie made some big saves for us down the stretch, and Stenny and those guys were stuck out there for a while, but they did a great job. He won some big draws, and it was a heck of a team effort.
And just the emphasis, too, on not letting yourselves get deflated after that late goal by the Stars.
Yeah, we knew they were going to have a push. I mean, they make plays. It's the NHL. They're going to have a pushback. So we didn't let it faze us, and we were able to respond pretty quickly after that.
What led to your success on the dot and the team's success on the dot tonight?
I don't know. I mean, I think wingers helping out is always big, and just competing in there and trying to. I think we emphasize it a lot. They're a good face-off team, and they like to have the puck. But if we can start with the puck, I think it's a big advantage. So I thought we did a good job of that tonight.
They weren't giving up a lot. You guys weren't either. What does it take to battle through that pressure, especially early in the game?
Yeah, I think just staying patient. I think we knew what type of game it was going to be. We knew it was going to be hard. We knew there wasn't going to be a lot of time and space, not a lot of plays, and we were happy playing that game. And I think that shows a lot about this group, and not forcing plays and just sticking with it, and eventually it'll come.
This is 2 straight games where you guys haven't allowed a goal in the first 2 periods. I'm assuming it's not a coincidence. Is there anything that changed that facilitated that?
I don't know. I think Veggie's playing well, but I think we're just playing fast. I think it's noticeably how much faster we're playing. We're not giving teams time and space, and we know how hard it is when teams are suffocating you like that, and it gets frustrating. Then you start forcing plays, or even tend to get frustrated and just start giving up a little bit. So that's our goal by the end of the game, kind of do as best we can to frustrate them, and hopefully we can take advantage and get the 2 points.
What way do you think the team has improved the most during this homestand?
I think just comfortable and playing in tight games. I think we're happy playing. We're playing to our identity and how we want to play, and we know that every game down the stretch is going to be just like that. It's not going to be a lot of time and space. It's going to be a 1-goal game, and you got to be able to be comfortable in those games, and that's what it's going to take from here on out.
What about the significance of getting 2 Central Division points from a team ahead of you in the standings?
Yeah, it's huge. We're obviously chasing them and a couple other teams, but anytime you can gain a little bit of ground, I think that's big for us. So we got to keep it rolling here. We got 2 more at home, and we got to take advantage of that.
Thank you.
really good team on the other side. Really like the way we play. It was heavy. It's a tough team to play. They hold on puck. They're heavy on puck. They're you need to go through. You need to work really hard to get the puck, and we did. I think there's a few really key performer tonight. Thinking of Tourigny playing against Rantanen and the physicality and the strength he showed, and to counter him and to play against him, did a really good job. And I think you talk about Stanny, the number of face-off he took at the end of the game on a 6-on-5 and on the PK against Robert Inns, who was 58% in the season, and Stanny won a big share of those. So I think those were key play, allowed us to hold on and get the 2 points.
In addition to Stenny, Hayden won all of his faceoffs. Schmaltz was good on the dot. Your team won 67% of the draws. What went into winning that effort?
I think first prep, second, I think intensity and focus from our player, help from the trench guy. I think Matt's did a really good job to prep the guys on face-off. And listen, we knew Dallas was top team in the league. They're top 5 on face-off, and they run a lot of plays through it, and they generate a lot of possession. So I think the guys were tuned in, and Mets did a really good job.
The significance of 2 Central Division points from a team ahead of you in the standings. What does that do for this group?
Well, we needed 2 points. We need to keep winning. Obviously, against our division, it's always bigger. But I don't think we're at the point yet where Dallas is there. So for us, we need to keep focusing on what we have to do, keep performing. We played a good game, both sides of the puck, offensively, defensively, against a team who's tough to play against. The process was good. The performance is good. Let's bottle that up and keep going.
Marino just said less panic, more poise. And in those final 5 minutes or so towards the end where you're gassed, what did you see out of the group just in terms of maintaining what Johnny just said?
Yeah, I agree totally with Johnny. I think poise but intensity. It's always, you want to be calm, but you want to be intense. You want to be patient, but you want to be aggressive. It's the same. You want to be poised, but you want to be urgent. So I think we achieved that. The boys were in control, but really intense. They were urgent, but in control with a good poise.
Does a game like this have the power to be a measuring stick or a statement type game that you can look back on at the end of the season and say, hey, this is where we were at our best?
We'll see at the end of the season where we look back. But, what I'm happy about, the Leafs, it's a team who had 1 loss in 10, 12 games. We beat them good. We arrived tonight, really good opponent. We won. Great. No, it's consistency for us. I don't want our opponent to dictate our performance. So we played good against when we arrived home. We had a few good games, and we made a step back against Columbus. And since then, we bounced back. But now it's on to a really, really important game against Seattle, and it's about consistency for us in our urgency. I think I said it in front of you a lot. I'm really happy about our consistency in the last month and a half. But it's not because you're happy about that, then you need to sleep on it. It's a constant battle, and it's one day at a time, and we'll enjoy the day. We'll have a great practice tomorrow, and we'll be ready on Saturday.
You guys have talked a lot about developing as a group and developing especially the young players into guys that can compete when it comes to the playoffs. Did this one feel like one of those games that kind of helps them all take a step forward and, kind of a playoff environment?
Yeah, it is. It's a good opponent. It's like I said at the beginning, it's a heavy team. They play, they're hard on pucks and stuff like that. It's always good when you finish the game and about 3/4 of the team will have loved to have more ice time. Yeah, they all not happy about their ice time. That means there's a lot of players who played well. We were talking in the office before I showed it in front of you, and I don't have anybody where I'm kind of just okay. I think everybody played well, so that spread the ice time pretty good. I think our highest forward is at 18 something, which there's some certain night for different reason. You have a 22, 23 thing that just showed we had balance throughout the lineup and everybody was trustworthy, and that's what happened.
The defense has helped shut down two of the best scoring offenses in the league the last two games. What's been like? What have you liked about their performance over the last two games?
I think as a team, I think we have success when the pace is not just offensively. The pace is not speed. It's the quickness of reaction. It's the moving your feet. It's applying pressure. It's knowing what's the next play. And I think what we do defensively, the pressure we apply and the intensity we have in our battle, it's not, you will not win every battle. It's not, I wish, but that will never happen. But the pace we have in the battle, we're consistent. There's no time and space. We don't give time and space. We contest always the possession. So opponent at some point, they have to play through our pace, and we're happy about that. And it's not up to me to say we're tough to play against or whatever. That's up to them. But we're happy on our defensive performance when we are the aggressor all the time. When we're on them and we have pressure, and then the layers underneath can read plays and react of what's the most probable play on the next play. But everything starts with the pressure we apply on the puck here.
Marino and Schmaltz both mentioned being more comfortable playing in uncomfortable and tight games. Yeah. Is there something you've noticed that's made the group better at playing in these games, or is it just adversity through more one-goal games?
I think, it's a good question, but it's tough to answer on a quick one on that. Is everything is a snowball. So you start, you're playing well, you don't get the result maybe, or maybe you do. But the point is, it's not when you make one lap, it doesn't make a big snowball. It's then you play another good game, and the result doesn't come right away. But at some point, when you put a lot of good action, one behind the other one, a lot of good games, at some point you become more confident. Because at some point, hey, it's consistency. I know how we will perform. I know as a coach how the guys will perform. The guys know, the guys beside him, what will happen. So you become more comfortable. So it's easier to be stable mentally and everything. And you know full well, stuff will happen. Mistake will happen. And there's some night you get unlucky, and it's just the way it is. We're not getting carried away in our game. I'm not thinking we arrive against Dallas tonight and we dominate them. I think we were the better team tonight. I think we deserve to win. That's my opinion. But I know it could have gone in the other direction, to deflection, and we're down by one. That's just the NHL. It's such a tine line every night, but our confidence coming from the consistency in our performance every night, and now we expect and we know what to expect.
Speaking of that exact thing, how big was your goalie in making sure that none of those little deflections?
Big time, because you can be confident as much as you want. If you take 5 shots and score 3, the confidence go by the window pretty quick. So I think that's just. I will say it's the same thing than what I just explained about the players. The same thing for Veg. He knows what to expect. He knows how the team plays, and I think he got a level of confidence, like a level of comfort about what we're giving up and where's the threat is coming from. And I think he's doing a really, really good job. Thanks, Coach. Thanks, everyone.